Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm going to start this makeup series off with a pro eyeliner technique video. I'm going to be showing you the 3 different types of eyeliner. I'm also going to be showing you my makeup artist favorite eyeliner of all time. Let's do an in-depth eyeliner tutorial that you need in your life. I'm going to be showing you a guide to all 3 of these types of eyeliner. First of all, we have a gel liner, which is my absolute favorite thing to use on clients. Because it's a gel consistency, it dries down really well. It's really easy to correct if you go wrong. To be honest, if you speak to any makeup artist, they usually love a gel liner just because it lasts a lot longer. You can create graphic liners with it. Opacity that you get on this type of gel liner is amazing. This is the Inglot gel liner in 77. Honestly, this one, chef's kiss. This has been well used and abused. The only problem with these gel liners is that they do dry out really easily. You need to make sure that you use a Duoline or a mix-in liquid to make sure that they stay a really lovely consistency. Just to take you through your other options as well. A liquid felt tip liner. This is the roller liner from Benefit. It's the better one of this type, I think, in this category. Like, I absolutely love the applicator on this. Can you see how pointed it is? Very similar to a liquid liner in the consistency. It's super wet. I really do love to use this if I'm in a rush. Because it's a pen, it's actually really easy to kind of create a line. But because of how wet the formula is, it kind of spreads a little bit more easier. So you'll find that even if you try and do a thin line with this, it's very prone to being thicker and thicker and thicker. When I do my TV work, I use these because I've only got 5-10 minutes to get presenters ready. And obviously you've got the traditional old school Kohl pencil. This is the Morphe one in the shade Dark Room. I'm really exposing myself right now. 1 second, let me sharpen it. Traditionally, this was used in the waterline back in the day. People do use this on the top of their eyes as well. It has a really good smudge factor. Like if you're doing a smoky eye or if you need to smudge out a liner, this is amazing. But it doesn't give the opacity that the gel liner does or the felt tip does. It kind of goes like a grey kind of colour after a while. Again, doesn't have the durability of like a long day. Obviously you can do this technique that I'm about to show you with this. Try it out by all means. It'll be a little bit more sheer and it probably won't look as intense as like what we're about to do. And obviously this is the most affordable option as well. I'll be using my gel liner from Inglot. I'm going to be popping in some of this Inglot Duoline. All of my products will be linked down below, by the way, so if you're looking for any of these, just go to the description box down below. 2 drops maybe in that. And then I'm going to use a makeup brush to just swirl it around a bit. In terms of brushes, I've got an angled brush here, which is quite thin. Some people like to use this for eyebrows as well. You can just literally stamp the liner down. But if you want a bit more control, if you want to do a bit more of a curve, you can use this one here. This is a really thin brush and this is the one I usually use. It's just because it's got nice thin pointed bristles and it's going to be really easy to get a nice smooth line. For the purpose of the video, we're going to be using this like really nice pointed brush. One of the biggest tips I have for you is to be really careful with the bristles of the brush. I don't know if you can see here how lumpy that is on the end of the brush. We don't want that. Take some of the product into the brush on all sides of the brush as well. Pop it on the side of the brush and take off any excess of the liquid. And just make sure that you're kind of making it back into a point. You're gonna end up with bulky liner or not a straight line if you don't do this step. Take off all the excess and make it back into a nice point. I'm gonna take a mirror in front of me and we're gonna be looking down so that we expose the eyelid and we stretch it out so that it gives us a nice base for when we're putting our eyeliner on. Quite tricky because I have a lash lift, as you can see, so you have to go up and over the lashes. So where my brow finishes, that's kind of where I'm aiming to go. And I'm gonna take the wing and do a diagonal from the end, really gentle light hand, all the way to my brow. Super gentle to start with, we're just tracing a line, placing my mirror on afar just to have a look to see if that's going to be flattering for my eye shape. It doesn't quite reach my eyebrow, it kind of has a little bit of a gap in between. Even if you don't get a point at the end, that's absolutely okay because the next thing I'm going to show you is going to sort that out. I kind of like to put the mirror a little bit further away from my eyes just so I can see like symmetrically where to place the wing liner. Again, if your eyes are down, you can get like a nice flat surface here. It's kind of going towards my eyebrow. Not entirely symmetrical, but that's absolutely fine because the Secret Pro MUA tip coming up is gonna save you. I'm just gonna then now join the outer corner to the inner corner. You have a choice. You can leave the inner corner completely free of product, which is what I like to do, just to give it more of a cat eye effect because you're leaving that inner corner completely bright and then the outer corner darker. Or you can follow your line all the way around and join it up to the inner corner. What I like to do is kind of do about 3/4 of a line, tracing a line along my lash line. If your skin feels like it's dragging a bit and the liner isn't coming off onto your eye, you need more product because it needs to be slightly wet for the glide to be like perfect. I like to keep it really thin to start with, and then you can always thick it up towards the end. I like to leave that gap here completely free. It's not like a one size fits all. Work out what angle is best for you. Taking a little bit more product and thickening up that line. The longer you do your strokes, the more smooth the line's gonna be. So sometimes with liner you have good days and you have bad days, and this technique that I'm about to show you is like the holy grail makeup technique of fixing every liner. I'm gonna take my disposables. I have a lovely cotton bud here. I've dosed up both ends with micellar water, and this is like gonna change your life. So because we haven't done our base makeup yet, we can do whatever we want underneath the eye. We're gonna take this cotton bud underneath the eye and start kind of working a wing liner but underneath. So we're just taking away the negative space to create more of a pointed outer corner. Where I've kind of made this a little bit too low here, we can correct the liner. I've got another little trick up my sleeve, which is in Cream PC52 brush that we use to pat the concealer over our lid. I'm just gonna take whatever's excess on this brush, and I'm just gonna take that and swoop it into again, the negative space into the wing liner. It's just gonna extend the point a little bit more. Also makes it a really lovely sharp edge. Okay, so this is the final look for the eyeliner. Let me zoom you in so you can have a good look. You can see they're very symmetrical and it didn't require too much effort. And I do see a lot of people not using these techniques, which are so easy to do. I'm putting this video into a basic series, so if you want more tips on how to do your makeup well and confidently, then hit the subscribe button. Thank you guys for watching. I hope it was super useful. I'll see you for my next makeup basics video.